on to our final live workout together. The workouts will still be available on YouTube, so you can catch up at any point. I can't see my timer, which is not so useful. But today is Wednesday, so we're going to do our weighted workout again. And we've got our first section is going to be our lower body, and then we've got a middle section that's concentrating on our middle, and then our final section is concentrating on our upper body. So our first exercise, and we're doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest. And our first exercise is squats. So if you get your weights up onto your shoulders, and we're going to squat down and stand up again. And as you squat down, make sure that your knees are in line with your toes. There you go, squat down, stand up. That's it, keep your chest up and your back flat. Well done. So we've got 5 exercises for our lower body, and we're going to repeat them 3 times before we move on to the other sections. Got 15 seconds left to go. Keep going. Last 10. Lovely. Now we've got 2 lunges and a squat. So lunge forward, other leg, and then squat in the middle. And repeat. Let's get ready. Let's go. Lunge forward, other leg lunge forward, and then squat down in the middle. If you prefer to do it with the weights up on your shoulders so you don't have to move your arms when you do your squat as well, that's completely fine. I quite like doing lunges with the weights down by my legs. As you squat, just make sure that your knees are still over your toes, and with your lunges as well. So really think about pushing your legs out. Don't let your knees cave in. Lovely, now we've got wall sits. So you can use both weights or just one weight, it's completely up to you. And come and sit against the wall, legs at 90 degrees to the floor. And sit here with the weight on your lap. If you're feeling really energetic and you want to go for it, you can lift the weight up and do some heartbeats as well. But if you want to just leave it on your lap, that's completely fine. I'm leaving it on my lap. So we've got 2 more exercises after this for our lower body section, and then we'll repeat the whole thing 2 more times. 10 seconds left. Try and ignore the burn. Whew. Hey! Oof. Well done. Right, now we've got a side lunge with a sumo squat. So we're going to lean, lunge to the side, big wide squat in the middle, and then lunge over to the other side again. Here we go. Lunge over to one side, big wide squat, lunge over onto the other side. Again, with our big wide sumo squat, try and push your knees out over your toes. There we go. That's halfway. Whew. It's hot in here today. It was quite misty this morning, but it's gone really sunny outside now, which is quite nice. Lovely. Now we've got deadlifts. So our final exercise in this little set. So bring the weights in front of your thighs, back nice and flat, stick your bum out and bend. And we're going to keep the weights in front of our legs and close to our shins. If you feel your lower back starting to arch, then you've probably bent over slightly too far. So stop just before you get to that point. That's it. Halfway. Should feel this all down the backs of your legs and in your bum. Whew. Last 5 seconds. Keep going to the final bell. Lovely. So that's our 5 exercises. So now we're going to repeat the whole thing 2 more times. And like I said at the beginning, this is our last live workout together. Don't cry. You can catch up, it's fine. So let's squat down and stand up. As we stand up, try and push your hips forward and squeeze your glutes together for an extra little squeeze at the top. That's it, halfway. 10 seconds left to go. Last one. Woo. Now we've got our lunge and our squat. Just going to have a quick drink. So 2 lunges, 1 squat. Lunge forward, and squat. And repeat. Well done, nearly halfway. Lovely. I say it every time, make sure your knees stay in line with your toes. 10 seconds left to go. Keep working. Last squat. Well done. Now we've got our wall sits. I'm not going to start prematurely like I did last time. I'm going to wait until we hear the bell. As you know what we're doing now. Here we are. 90 degrees. Weight resting on your legs. Sit here and think about something completely different. Okay, nearly halfway. It's almost quite relaxing. $15 seconds left to go. Keep holding. Nearly there. 2 more exercises left of this set. Now we only repeat it 1 more time. Hey! Well done. Right, onto our side lunge now. You can do it with 2 weights again if you'd like, or just hold 1 in front of you. I'm going to hold it with just 1 today. Lunge out to the side, wide squat, lunge out to the other side. There we go. That's it. That's halfway. Keep going. 15 seconds left to go. And then we're on to our deadlifts. Yay! On to our deadlifts now. So keep the weights close to your legs for the entire movement. And don't arch your back. Keep it nice and flat. Bend at the knees if you need to a little bit. Lovely, well done. Really feel that stretch all down the backs of your legs. "15 seconds left on the clock. Keep working. Woohoo! Right, so we repeat those 5 exercises one final time, and then we move on to our core section. And by the time we've finished these 5, we're halfway through the entire workout as well. So back to squats again now. Let's go. That's it. Ten seconds down. Final set. Halfway. Ten seconds left to go. Keep working to the final bell. Lovely. Onto our lunge squats now. With all of these, if you've only got one weight, you can do it, just hold the weight in front of you. Either like that, or you can hold it like that. Completely up to you if you've only got one. Lunge, lunge, and squat. Great effort, well done. That's halfway. 15 seconds left to go. And then we're on to our wall sit. One more squat, come on. Lovely. Wall sit again. Last time we're doing this today. Oh, the wall's nice and cool. It's quite refreshing to lean against it. There we go. Sit comfortably here. Whew, boiling. 10 seconds down. Well done, that's halfway. We're flying through it. Then we've got 2 more exercises and then we're done with the lower body. Whew. Keep working. Wait for that final bell. Hey, there we go. Right, on to our side lunge and sumo squat. Grab a drink for this little rest if you need to. We're almost halfway through the entire workout as well. Lunge over to one side, big wide squat in the middle, lunge over onto the other side. Excellent. Well done. Halfway. Ten seconds left on the clock. Last time we're doing these. Fabulous. Right, our deadlifts, and then we're done with our lower body. And then we're moving on to our core. Right. Let's get ready. Back flat, weights close to your legs. Well done. Halfway. Keep working, 10 seconds left on the clock. Lovely. Right, good, dump a weight down. And come down onto the floor. We've got Russian twists now. So we're going to lean back till we feel our abs engage. And then lift the weight up and tap either side. If you want to make it harder, lift your feet up off the floor. And really twist round and tap the weight down either side. Feel your abs working hard. Great job, keep going. Last 10 seconds. Hey! Now we're onto a straight leg jackknife. So lie down flat with the weight up behind your head. And we're going to lift the weights up, lift our legs up, and crunch up towards our ankles, and then extend out again. Let's go. Slowly release back down. And then quickly crunch back up. If you can, try not to tap your feet down on the floor. Hover them just above the floor. 10 seconds left. Keep working. Woo! Oh, now we've got kneeling woodchoppers. So come up onto your knees. And we're going to do 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other side. Hold the weight down on one side, and then we're going to rotate and lift it up. So 20 seconds on this side, 20 seconds on the other side. Again, feel your obliques working as you rotate round. Five seconds left on this side. And swap sides. Ten seconds left to go. And then we've got two more exercises, and that's our core section complete. Lovely. So now we've got a hip side plank, and we're going to hold the weight on our hip. And for the first 20 seconds, we're going to hold it, and then for the final 20 seconds, we're going to pulse. And we're going to do a full 40 seconds on one side, full 40 seconds on the other side. If you need to do it off your knees, that's okay. If you can do it off your feet, that's brilliant. So hold the weight or balance the weight on your hip and hold it. And then for the final 20 seconds, we're going to pulse. Let's pulse. So drop down and squeeze up. Should really feel your obliques working once again. Last few seconds. Woo! Brilliant. Exactly the same, but on the other side now. At least we get to almost lie down for this. And this is our last core exercise. So let's give it all we've got. Lift up and hold. And you want your shoulder to be over your elbow as well. A straight line. Get ready to start pulsing in 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse. Drop the hip and squeeze it back up again. Well done, 10 seconds left. Keep going, come on. Lovely. Right, up onto our feet for our upper body section now. So we've got overhead press now. So bring the weights up onto your shoulders, and then we're going to push them up to the ceiling and return them back down. And with all of these upper body movements, we're going to explode up through the concentric phase and then slowly release back down through the eccentric phase. So push up and slowly release back down. Push up, slowly release. Well done. 15 seconds left. Left, and with all these exercises, we're only doing them once, so give it all you've got. Lovely. Right, drop one weight down, and then hold your dumbbell up above your head, and we're going to keep our elbows where they are, but bend at the elbows, drop the weight down our spine, and squeeze it back up again. Explode up. Slowly release it down. Explode up, slowly release. Well done, 10 seconds down. That's halfway. Woo. 15 seconds left on the clock. Should really feel your triceps burning with this one. Last few seconds, come on, keep working. Hey, lovely. Right, I'm going for my baby weights for these. We've got lateral raise now. So we're going to lift the weights up to our sides, shoulder level, hold it for a second, and slowly release it back down again. Let's go. So explode up, hold it, and release. Explode up, hold it, and release. Well done. That's halfway. Great effort. "15 seconds left on the clock. Keep working. Nearly done, and this is the only time we're doing this today. Lovely. Now I've got front raise. So very similar, except we're doing it out to the front. So lift your arms up in line with your shoulders, hold it, and slowly release. Explode up, hold, and release. Let's go. Explode up, hold, release. If you're finding that you're having to swing your hips to help scoop the weights up, the weights are probably slightly too heavy. So start with something a bit lighter, get the form right, and then you can slowly begin to increase weights as your strength builds. 10 seconds left. Keep going. Lovely, now we've got bicep curls. So a weight in either hand, and we're going to curl up, leave our elbows where they are, and just curl our hand up towards our shoulders. You can do both at the same time, or if you'd rather, you can alternate and do one at a time. think I'd rather alternate. Make sure your elbows stay where they are, it's just your forearm that's moving. And for an extra little squeeze, when you get to the top, bring your baby finger in towards your shoulder. Well done, 15 seconds left to go. Keep working. Fabulous. Now we're 5 exercises left and then we're done. So our next one is a bent over row. So into that similar kind of deadlift position, flat back, knees slightly bent, bum sticking out. Let gravity pull the weights towards the floor, and then we're going to defy gravity and pull the weights up to our hips and release. Explode up, hold, and release. In that top position, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Really feel your back working. "15 seconds left on the clock. Keep working. Last few. Lovely. Right, I'm getting my baby weights again. Because we have jabs. So bring the weights up to your face, and we're going to jab out at shoulder height as fast as we can, constantly for the full 40 seconds. Let's go. Keep working. Rotate your hips slightly. There we go. Halfway. Keep going. Then we've got 3 exercises left after this. 15 seconds left on the clock. Yes, you can. Keep going. Don't stop now. We're so close to the end. Lovely. Now we've got bent over tricep extension. So into this deadlift position once again, and then bring your arms back so your elbows are in line with your torso. Extend your triceps, extend your arms, and squeeze the triceps up at the top. So hold it and release. Explode up, hold, release. And for the last 20 seconds, we're going to hold it and pulse it. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Turn your palms up to face the ceiling and squeeze and pulse. Your hands up towards the ceiling. Last few seconds, keep going. Lovely. Right, come down onto the floor, we get to lie down for a minute. So lie with your arms out to your sides, straight arms, in line with your shoulders. And we're going to lift our arms up in front of our chest and slowly release back down until they're just above the floor. So explode up, slowly on the way down, explode up, slowly on the way down. There we go. Nearly halfway. Keep going. Got 1 exercise left after this, and that is us done for the day. Sometimes at the beginning of the workout you think, I can't do it. The end seems far too far away. And then when you get to this point, you've only got 1 exercise left, you realise that wasn't as bad as you thought. So we're going to do renegade rows. So into a push-up position with your hands on your dumbbells. We're going to push up and then lift the weight up to our hip and alternate either side. Try and keep your hips still. Try not to let them rock around. So if you open up your feet, you'll have a bit more support and you should not wobble as much. Lovely. Keep working, 15 seconds left on the clock and then we're finished for the day. If you need to do these off your knees, that's okay. Last one. Woo! We did it. Thank you very much everybody for joining me for our last live workout together. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more workouts available on YouTube. They're all still there, so you can keep going over and over and over them. I think Tom is doing his this Friday, which will be the last live one. But thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed them, and we'll see you soon.